Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. The freaking people. Oh my God, I am so angry. I'm a massive Superman fan and they just made Superman useless in episode 3 of Elseworlds. It was absolutely outrageous. I can't believe it. Right? Not only did they call the character a dick, I know they were calling bad Superman a dick, right? So they called him a dick. They literally were going around and said, "Oh, Kara, my favourite Kryptonian," right in front of Superman, not worrying about Superman's feelings, right? Right? And then they said, if that wasn't enough, who needs Superman when you got Supergirl? Ah! Are you freaking kidding me? I want to say the other F word, but I don't want to offend anyone. This is absolutely outrageous. This 40 minutes of this final part of Elseworlds is the very reason I don't regularly watch Arrowverse. I hate them so much. You freaking petty, small-minded SJW pieces of turd. You just made Superman useless. We're bringing Superman into this year's crossover. We're all excited. We're all happy, right? We're all like Tyler, right? Yeah? This is nothing on Tyler, but he's crap. In this episode, they made this Superman useless. And you've got Lois Lane going, well, in a study it says women are more effective than men. You are so childish and so pathetic. I'm a Superman fan. I love the character of Supergirl in terms of the film. I do not like this version of Supergirl. This was the weakest episode, and I don't think it's by any fluke that the people who write Supergirl wrote this episode, right? Oh no, not everyone. You had Mark Guggenheim, who kind of stepped down from producing Arrow, but just seems to be floating around still, doesn't he? I'm so frustrated. I'm so angry because the stuff that I did like, and we should get some positivity here, is because I'm a massive DC fan, guys, right? This is the sad thing about it. And what this franchise has been doing, really for the past 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer, is urinating on DC. So I loved everything that Oliver did in this episode, and I loved his conversations with the Anti-Monitor. It really, there was real gravitas, and obviously Oliver's going to sacrifice his life for Barry's and Kara's. That's obviously what's happened. Now, it's awesome that they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths, but they're going to have to put some money into it. And what we don't want is this SJW bullshit. It's absolutely outrageous. I tuned in to enjoy a DC crossover, right? As I say, I don't regularly watch this show, but you know, to do that is, as I say, it's so petty and small-minded. And the only actually, I find this hilarious. This was Supergirl's episode, right? But guess what? Who was the energy? Who was the heart of this episode? Oliver Queen. It was all about Oliver Queen letting his lighter side in. It was all about Oliver Queen making a sacrifice. In every scene that Oliver Queen was in this episode, he took control. And I looked at the other characters. I wasn't really impressed with them. Look, I always loved Grant Gustin as Barry, whether the writing's good, bad, or indifferent. And, you know, they don't mess with him so much because he's not an alpha male. And we know how feminists hate alpha males, whether they're male feminists or female feminists. They're same difference, right? But this show is so passively aggressively, not just this show, this franchise, is so passively aggressively SJW. It's outrageous. I'm just so disappointed. I thought the first episode was okay. Part 2, which was the Arrow episode, was the best one. And I was really excited. But all they wanted to do was rip the piss out of Superman. These are not fans of Superman. These are not DC fans. These people claiming they're DC fans, they're not. This is what happens when you have SJWs running TV and film. They fuck it up. And it's so disappointing. So basically, the good things were very few and far between. Oh, and this awful version of Lois couldn't just be an awful version. She had to wear the same outfit Margot Kidder wore in Superman 2. No, she wore it in the first Superman film, didn't she? I'm not sure if she wore it again in Superman 2. I can't remember. You do not wear that iconic outfit on one of the best Lois Lane's wore. You don't do that. You are a crap Lois Lane. I will never accept you as Lois. Basically, it's either Margot Kidder or Erica Durance, right? They're the two best Lois Lanes. You are crap. Not because you're not Margot Kidder or you're not Erica Durance. It's because you're crap. You're just an awful, cheap, lazy casting choice. It's as simple as that. And the woke crap they had her saying was so pathetic. That is not Superman. That is not how Superman is. He was a wimp. They were getting him beaten up. He was easily getting beaten up by that robot, by evil Superman. It was awful. And again, nothing on Tyler. Tyler looks the part. And he's like going, oh, if I know my cousin. It's like he's sitting there in awe of his cousin. You're Superman. Yeah, she's awesome, but so are you. So as a massive... Look, Superman is my character, right? So I don't like people urinating on my characters. And it's outrageous. What am I going to give this turd of an episode? I'm going to give it 3 out of 10 for the Oliver Queen moments. Oliver Queen, Stephen Amell, the writing for him was brilliant. Now, it's interesting. No, this is funny how hypocritical these SJWs are, because basically they put Oliver Queen, an alpha male, front and centre on an episode which is basically Supergirl show, right? They made this crossover all about him. Now, I love that. I want to see him. I like him. He's the best, pretty much the best character in the universe, right? But it's just funny how they keep on going on about strong women. I thought Kara was useless in this episode. Yeah, they had her with Barry. And it's funny, right? Yeah, if me and Kara can slow down time, why you and Kara? Why not you and Cal? I don't get it. It's like Superman's just nothing in this universe. Dissing him, acting like he's not there. The whole point of having evil Superman is literally so they could call Superman a dick. I like Batwoman. That was a good version. I like the M bit when that guy with the golden mask, whoever he is, I'm not that knowledgeable to know that, but maybe someone can comment down below and tell me. But so disappointed, so gutted. But I should have known better than to trust these people. They do it all the time. They're so SJW. They hate men so much. It's so pathetic. This is not what superhero TV should be. Now, I know a lot of people sit there going, ooh, they dropped this name, they dropped that name. And that's what some people need. And if you're so easily pleased to ignore the fact that they were dissing Superman, that's great. But at the end of the day, they spoil something that started off so good. This crossover started well. And no, I will not. You know, I was tempted before this episode to go back and watch all the Arrowverse episodes. No, I'm not doing it. This is what happens, SJWs, when you mess with our characters.